Just a 1% difference in investment fees could cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. No, that's not a typo. Most of us are so focused on picking the right investment or finding a high-interest savings account that we completely overlook the silent wealth destroyers lurking in our financial lives, hidden fees. It's not your fault if you haven't noticed them. They're designed to be subtle, but their impact is anything but. We're talking about your money, money that should be working for your future, simply vanishing. Today, we're going to bust some common myths about fees, uncover where they're hiding, and give you the tools to take back control of your hard-earned money. My goal isn't to make you feel bad about past choices, but to empower you with knowledge. We all make financial mistakes, and learning to identify and avoid these hidden traps is a huge step forward. Myth number 1. Small fees don't really matter in the long run. Many of us see a 0.5% or 1% fee and think, that's just a tiny fraction, it won't matter. But here's the shocking truth. Thanks to the immense power of compound interest, even tiny percentages can eat away a massive portion of your potential wealth over decades. Let's run a real-world example. Imagine $100,000 invested, earning 7% annually. With a 0.25% annual fee, you'd have roughly $720,000 after 30 years. Fantastic. Now what if you paid a 1.25% annual fee? That's just an extra 1%, right? Over 30 years, your balance would shrink to around $575,000. That's a staggering $145,000 difference purely from that extra 1% annual fee. Imagine what that extra money could do for your retirement, your children's education, or even a dream vacation. But here's what most people miss. I remember my first mutual fund recommendation had a 1.5% expense ratio. Back then, it was just a number. But after understanding compounding, I realized that small percentage was a huge drag on my returns, especially compared to the low-cost index funds I use now. It was a hard lesson, but it changed how I approach all my investments. Please don't underestimate these silent wealth assassins. Myth number 2. My bank accounts and credit cards are free. Banks often advertise free checking or no annual fee credit cards, leading many to believe they're truly free. While some basic accounts might lack monthly fees, a host of other charges can quickly drain your finances without you realizing it. Think about it. Overdraft fees. Spend $5 more than you have, and suddenly you're hit with a $35 fee. Some banks even charge multiple overdraft fees in a single day. The average overdraft fee in the US is around $33. ATM fees. Using an out-of-network ATM, that could be $3 to $5 from your bank and another $3 to $5 from the ATM owner. That's $10 just to get your own cash. Monthly maintenance fees. If you don't meet minimum balance or direct deposit requirements, you could pay $10 to $15 a month. That's $120 to $180 a year just for your checking account. Foreign transaction fees. Using your credit card overseas, many cards charge 2 to 3% of every transaction. On a $1,000 vacation, that's an extra $20 to $30 you didn't budget for. Late payment fees. On credit cards, these can range from $25 to $40 and damage your credit score. This next part really surprised me about how sneaky banks can be. It's easy to overlook these as one-off charges, but tally up a few overdrafts, a couple of ATM fees, and a foreign transaction fee in a month, and you could easily be down $100 or more. It's the drip, drip, drip of small fees that truly erodes your financial health. Myth number 3. My financial advisor is free because they get paid by the funds or investments. This myth is particularly insidious because it sounds so convenient. Expert advice without paying directly. But let's be crystal clear. No one works for free. If you're not paying your advisor directly, they're paid indirectly, often in ways that can be more detrimental to your wealth. Now, this next myth is particularly tricky because it sounds like a good deal. Here's how these hidden advisor fees often work. Commission-based advisors. These advisors earn a commission when they sell you a particular investment product, like a mutual fund or an annuity. This creates a potential conflict of interest. Are they recommending the best product for you or the one that pays them the highest commission? These commissions can come as sales loads, upfront fees, or 12b-1 fees, annual marketing fees embedded in the fund's expense ratio, often opaque and high, significantly reducing your returns. Assets under management (AUM) fees. Many advisors charge your 0.5% to 1.5% annually on the assets they manage. For $500,000, a 1% AUM fee means $5,000 per year, every single year, regardless of performance. More transparent than commissions, yes, but still a significant recurring cost impacting your net returns. Think about that 1% AUM fee in context of myth number 1. It's that exact type of ongoing charge that can compound away hundreds of thousands over your lifetime. It's not free just because you don't write a check. It comes directly from your portfolio's growth. The key is understanding how your advisor is compensated to ensure their incentives align with your best interests. Myth number 4. All fees are unavoidable. It's just the cost of investing. Yes, some fees are necessary. Financial institutions and advisors provide valuable services and need compensation. However, the idea that all fees are unavoidable is simply not true. There's a vast spectrum of costs, and understanding the difference empowers you to make conscious choices. For example, when it comes to investing, actively managed mutual funds versus index funds (ETFs). Actively managed mutual funds often have expense ratios of 0.75 to 1.5% or higher, trying to beat the market. Studies consistently show most fail to outperform benchmarks over the long term, especially after fees. Passively managed index funds and exchange-traded funds (ETFs) that track a market index like the S&P 500 often have incredibly low expense ratios, sometimes as low as 0.3% to 0.15%. Choosing these low-cost options drastically reduces the drag on your returns without sacrificing diversification. The cost of investing has plummeted over the last 2 decades thanks to competition and technology. Robo-advisors offer automated investment management with very low AUM fees, often 0.25% to 0.5%, and many brokers now offer commission-free trading for stocks and ETFs. So while some fees are the cost of doing business, lower-cost alternatives always exist if you know where to look and what questions to ask. Don't resign yourself to high fees. Actively seek cost-effective solutions. So what's the truth? Hidden fees are everywhere, from bank accounts and credit cards to investment portfolios and financial advice. They're insidious because they seem small, but their cumulative impact over decades can be truly staggering, robbing you of tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars that could be building your wealth. This isn't about blame. It's acknowledging the financial system isn't always transparent and is designed to be complex. But here's the empowering part. Once you know they exist, you have the power to identify, understand, and reduce or eliminate them. Knowledge truly is power in personal finance. Now, before we get to your actionable takeaway, I need to share an important note. This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Always consult a qualified financial advisor before making financial decisions. Okay, so what can you do today? Here's your immediate actionable step. Pull out your most recent investment, bank, or credit card statement right now, or log in online. Look for any fees you don't understand. Don't just gloss over them. Circle them, highlight them, Google them. If it's still unclear, call your provider and demand a clear explanation. You have every right to understand where your money is going. Once you know, ask yourself, are these fees necessary? Are there lower cost alternatives? Can I switch? Just this one step, this simple act of looking, begins your journey to taking back control. It's not a sprint, but every step counts. If this video helped you uncover something new, please hit that like button, subscribe for more financial insights, and share it with a friend who might also be unknowingly paying these hidden wealth killers. Your future self will thank you for taking action today.